Yes, I'm recording.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about probability in Venn diagrams today. Remember last time we just talked about how to fill them, how to read the Venn diagrams, right? Now this time we're going to talk about how to fill them in a little bit and then how to do probability off of them. Okay, so filling them in sometimes is tricky when they give me the information. So we're going to take the following information and fill in the Venn diagram. I know, 100 people were asked if they liked math, science, or social studies. Everyone answered that they liked at least one. So everyone answered. So 56 liked math, 18 liked math and science, 43 liked science, 10 liked science and social studies, 35 liked social studies, 12 liked math and social studies, and 6 liked all 3 subjects. So in my Venn diagram, where am I going to start? Because if you add all those numbers together, they add to more than 100, right? So they only surveyed 100 people, so somehow I have to get those numbers down to where they only add up to 100, first of all.
Add the ones that like math.
So where am I going to start at is my question. Where do I start at in all that information? Where do you think I start at?
56 like math.
Huh?
56 like math. We're going to start on just the singular math one, and then add it with just the singular science one, and then the singular social studies. None of them that are mixed together.
Okay, go ahead and do it, and then see how many people you guys get. I want you guys to do it. Do you want this? Or are you doing it on your computer?
Lies.
Huh?
Lies.
He said lies.
35 likes.
I have a piece of paper so you can write on it if you want. Anybody at home have an idea?
43. So you have to add those two. Ow. 56. 6, 7, 9, that'll be 80. $92.
That's not 100.
No.
Are we like adding them all together? Like
Yeah, well, you're trying to fill in the Venn diagram, right? So this little Venn, the 3 circles. And once you fill in that Venn diagram, all the numbers in there should only add up to be how much? Does that make sense?
Wait, 100 in total?
100 in total.
That's not going to add up to 100.
Okay, so we can't start out with the outside. That was your idea, right? So where else do you think we could start at?
From the inside.
From the inside. Which inside?
The 2 middle ones. She's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. What do you mean by the 2 middle ones?
The very middle?
The very middle. Okay, so because the 2 middle ones doesn't really tell us a lot, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to start, if we start with the very middle, what does the very middle one tell me?
Well, the very middle is 99.
How did you get 99 for the very middle? What is, first of all, what does the very middle tell me? Information-wise, what does it tell me?
Well, the top very middle is math and science together.
No, I'm talking about the very, very middle. So hold on, let me, so here is math, right? I'm going to highlight these. Whew. That's my math circle, right? Here's my science circle. Whew. And then here is my social studies circle. So the very middle is where all 3 of those overlap at, right? Right here. So what does that mean? Kids who liked all 3. So how many kids liked all 3 subjects? It's up there, it tells us.
12. No, 10. Wait, what? What is it? Oh, 6.
Oh my Lanta, you know your paper's right in front of you.
I know. I usually look at the smart board. I don't know.
Here, I'll make it bigger. How many people liked all three? 6, right? So that means 6 is going in here.
So then the
6
top
people.
will only be math and science, right?
Yes, but how many people liked math and science?
18.
18. But how many of those 18 are already in that section? So now look, watch. So math and science, hold on. I want to take something out here for a second. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I wanted to undo that part. So we decided this was 6, right? Okay, so the next piece we're going to look at is math and science, which is this whole piece right here, right? Are you okay with that? So how many go in that whole piece? How many go in that whole piece? You can say it.
99.
No, how many people like math and science? 18. So what number is going to go in this little space right here?
18.
So then tell me, if I put 18 there, how many kids like math and science?
How many kids like math and science?
Mhm.
18.
So if I put, okay, I'm going to do it. I put 18 here. Now tell me how many kids like math and science, according to my Venn diagram.
43. 56.
No, just look at my Venn diagram. Okay, everyone look at the Venn diagram. Tell me how many kids liked math and science.
24.
And how many total, in my information that was given me, how many total students liked math and science?
18.
So does 24 and 18 equal each other?
No.
So can I put 18 where I put 18?
No.
No. Okay, good. So what goes there?
24.
12.
Can you tell him why 12 goes there?
Because 12 plus 6 equals 18.
Oh, yeah.
Boom. Did everyone hear that? 12 plus 6 equals 18. This area right here had to equal what?
Wait.
Had to equal 18. There's already 6 in that area. So 6 plus what number equals 18?
12. Okay.
Does that make sense now? So this was, what was it?
12.
Thanks. 12 goes there. So which area do you want to go to next?
Let's do the math. So,
No, let's keep doing the inside. What's next? Math and social studies?
yeah.
Okay, so what's going to go in my math and social studies circle?
So math and social studies have 12.
12. So what goes in this little spot right here?
18. I just added 12 and 6 again.
I know. So what's the total number of kids that need to be there?
6.
6. Why?
6 plus 6 is 12.
Because both of these have to add up to be 12. There we go.
You're going to say 6.
I know. So that's 6.
Oh, okay.
These two have to add to be this number, right? Are you okay now?
Yeah, so like that side that we're doing, so the 18, 10, and 12, it has to add up to that number.
Yes. Are you good now? Okay, so now let's go to this section.
So science and social studies will be 4 to add up to 10.
Correct. Yes. Nice. So this section, the little football that I drawn now, has to have a total of 10. It's already got 6 in there. And so 6 plus 4 equals 10. Okay? Okay, so now we're going to go to the bigger circles, right? So which circle do you want to do first? Math. Okay, how many total people need to be in this circle?
56.
56. How many total people are already in that circle?
24.
24. Good, Zoe. Do you see where those 24 are?
Yeah.
Are you just nodding or are you saying that?
No, 12 because the 12 and then the 12.
Is 24. So what's going to go in this section that's there? How many is left then is the question. Oh, I should probably just figure that out because I can't do it in my head. I don't know why I can't do it in my head. Okay, got it. How many people are left?
32.
32, yes. Okay, and which section do you want to go to next? Science? Okay, so how many science people are already in my circle?
22.
22. So how many are left that like science? I think I figured it out in my head.
It'll be 20.
So I've got 43 and I subtract 21, right? So that should be 22. Sorry, 22. Yeah, I gave you the answer. I subtract 21, so it should be, I subtract 22, and it should be 21. I'm stuck on what the answer is, not what I'm subtracting. It should be 21. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, and the last one is social studies. How many total people we have in social studies? 16. Ooh, and 35 minus 16 should be, that's a 19. Thank you. So how many total people do I have there? Because I could have less than 100. I just want to say this. There could be less than 100. Why? Because could there be people whose favorite subject is not math, science, or social studies?
Yeah.
Are there people in the school that do not like math, science, or social studies?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. So out of the 100 people, could there be people that do not like those three? Yes. Where do I put those people at? That's the question.
That's 101.
That's 101?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Positive?
Positive.
I don't think so.
I bet you I'm going.
Okay, well, we're going to find out if I can figure out what I'm doing with my calculator here. Exit. I'm trying to push escape. Oh, that's what I needed to do. All right, we're just going to turn this off, and then we'll turn it back on, and maybe it'll be where I need it to be. Oh, menu is where I need it to. No, menu is not where I need it to be. Home is where I need it to be. Thank you. Okay, so 32 plus 12 plus 6 plus 6 plus, oh, I have two pluses, plus 21 plus 4 plus 19. 100.
I got 101. 32 plus 12 plus 22 plus 6 plus 6 plus.
Where'd you get 22? It's 21.
It's
21.
22.
It's 21. It's 12 plus 6, that's 22, and you subtract 22 from 43 and you get 21.
Okay.
It's 100. Okay, so everyone's in there. Perfect. Okay, so now you can kind of get how to do fill it in. Great. So now you're going to do it on your own. Here's the information for the next one. 100 women who recently gave birth were given a survey with 3 yes or no questions, and the following information was recorded. The mother is over 35 years of age, just had her first child, has a career, is over 35, and just had a first child. So don't forget to label your circles. Here's the notes, honey. So the 3 things is over. That's not how you spell over. Oh, my Lanta. Okay, let's try this again. Over 35, right? First child. And what's the last thing? Oh, has a career. Career. Okay, so there's your 3 topics, I guess, whatever. Go ahead and fill in. Oh, so what is my very middle one?
7.
7, very good. So how many people are over 35 and have their first child? So over 35 and has their first child is here. So that should be a total of 17. So what's going in this one right here? This should be 10. And then we have here first child and career is here, should be a total of 9. And I've already got 7 there, so that means that should be 2. And then we have over 35 and has a career, should be a total of 16. And I have 7 there, so that should be 9, I think. Yeah, that's 9. Okay, and so we'll start with, let's do career first. That's easy. So there should be a total of 42 that have a career. And I'm going to subtract, let's see, 18 from that. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 24 should go here. And then had their first child should be a total of 21. And that's 17, 18, 19. Subtract 19, 19, 20, 20. That should be a total of 2. And then is over the age of 35 is a total of 27. And that's 10, 19, 26. Woo! So that's a total of 1 that's over the age of 35. And then we're just going to add all that together and see what we get.
I would like the ones in the middle. Like you're going to add 7 plus 2 plus 9 plus 8.
Yep, I'm going to add everything together. Because it should add up to be 100. Or not. It only adds up to 55. That means the other women that we talked to said no. These are the ones that said yes to one of these, right? So then that means minus 100. That means there was 45 people or 45 women that did not fall into any of those categories. Okay? Does that make sense? So there's 45 outside of that category. Is any questions on that, everybody? It's not too bad, right?
So though, like all together.
You always start all together in the inside. It's like a flower. You start on the inside and it comes out like you're blooming. Does that make sense? You start at the little bud on the inside and then you work your way out.
Like 10 plus 9 plus 7 plus 2.
10 plus 9 plus what?
7 plus 2.
Yeah, you add those in there. I have to add every number in there.
And that's like
55.
How many ladies all together?
All together that said yes in the survey. That said yes to one of the 3 questions. Like over 35, has 1 child, or has a career. So those are the ones that said yes to one of these. Okay? 45 said no to all 3 of them. Okay? Okay. So probably a lot of those 45 were not first childs, right? Yeah. So here we go, guys. So we're going to go to the second page. I just want to talk about, just to recall your probability, right? To find the probability, we need to know the number of things we want to happen, right? What's the total number of things we're looking at? The things we want to happen, sorry. How many chances do we have to have that thing happen? And the total number of things that can happen. So if we're looking at my Venn diagram here, how many students are represented in this Venn diagram? And obviously it's about band and choir, I guess. Probably how many people are in band or choir, or maybe like band, or this is a huge high school if there's that many people in band and choir. But how many total students are represented? Woo, that's a lot of students. Okay. So all I'm going to do is add all my numbers together. If I add all 4 of my numbers together, I get 1,000. Okay?
That's a lot.
We're on the next page. Okay. So here we go. What is the probability that a student is chosen at random? What is the probability that a student chosen at random is in band? So how many students are in band?
225.
Okay, here's my band circle. I'm going to draw my band circle. How many students are in band?
275.
275.
Oh yeah, just like the last one.
Out of 1,000. Are you okay with that, Zoe? It's everybody in the band circle.
Yeah.
Okay, right? Okay, so now, remember I can write this as, now on your homework, sometimes it's written as the answer is given as a fraction, sometimes it's given as a decimal, and I didn't do it as a percent, so it's either as a fraction or a decimal. How do I get a fraction to become a decimal? Anybody? Huh? I divide, right? And I take 275 and divide by 1,000. And in my calculator, I got to do approximately equal to. And it's approximately, oh no, it is equal to 0.275. Okay? So it'll just be that. So just look and see how the answer is given, because it's in Canvas, and right, it's a pull-down menu. Some of them are pull-down menus, some of them are just enter. The probability ones are pull-down menus, and you choose the right answer. Okay? So what is the probability that they are in both band or choir?
375. Wait, both band?
Both band and choir. So how many are in both band and choir?
You'd add 350 plus 50 plus 225, right?
625.
How many kids, let me say this one, how many kids are only in band and choir?
50.
50. Right? There's only 50 that are both band and choir. So if I circle this, both band and choir are right here, right? So that would be 50 out of 1,000. Okay, how many kids are in neither band nor choir?
375.
370. Lovely. 375 out of
1,000.
1,000. How many kids are only in choir?
350.
Good. Yes, 350 there. Because these 50 kids are also in band, and they said only in choir, so that means that's only these kids that are out here. Does that make sense? Awesome. Okay, let's go to the next one. Well, you guys do this. You guys answer the questions for this, and we'll see how you did. Okay, so here we go. So how many students are represented? How many?
For what? For all 3 classes?
No, for all the classes. How many students are represented?
1325.
1325. Beautiful. So how many, what's the probability a student is chosen at random is in all 3 classes?
I haven't figured that out yet.
Well, how many are in all 3 classes?
1325.
95.
95. Good. Look, if I look at the inside, where do all 3 circles overlap at, Ketlin?
This one right here.
95. So that's 95 out of 1325, which simplifies to 19 out of 265. If you don't get that part done, just put it as a decimal, because I think that's what I did on the homework, and it's 0.072. Okay? I know, right? Okay, how many students are not in art? So not in art, I'm going to erase this. So not in art means this. Not in art, here's art, right? So not in art means all of these students here. Right, I just add those ones together, the ones that are inside that. So I can't add any of the art students, so none of these ones.
805.
805, very good. 805 out of 1325. And that simplifies to 161 out of 265, which is approximately equal to 0.608. Okay.
And then 530 out of 1325.
And then how many people are in is only in a foreign language? So how many are only in a foreign language?
530.
Only in a foreign language is right here. These ones are the only ones that are they're only in a foreign language. They're not in any other class other than a foreign language, because it says this word right here. Only in a foreign language. So they're not in math or art.
230.
Does that make sense? Because it said only?
Yeah.
Okay. So 230 over 1325. If it would have said in foreign language, then you could have added them all together. But it says only a foreign language. So then it doesn't include math or science. Does that make sense? Okay. So that equals, what does that equal? What letter is that? C?
Yeah.
46 out of 265, which is simplified to 0.174. Okay, how many are in exactly 2 classes? So which ones are the ones that are in 2 classes?
125 and 95.
And? So 125, 145, and 80. So I'm going to add those ones together because those are the only ones that are in 2 classes. The 95 is in 3 classes, right? So I don't want to count that one. So I only want to count the ones that are in the 2 classes. And that should be 350 out of 1325. And that simplifies to 14 out of 53. Or 0.264. And then the last one says is in 1 class. So how many are only in 1 class? What numbers are the ones that are only in 1 class? The 450, the 230, and the 200. So those are the ones that are only in 1 class. So if I add those together, I get
880.
over 1325. And that equals 176 over 265, 13, sorry, oh yeah, that's right. Woo, which is 0.664. It's not too bad, right? It's just figuring out the words and what the words mean, okay? So your assignment today is in Canvas, and it's just doing exactly what we just got done doing is in Canvas, okay? So some of it is just coming up with the numbers, which is just the top part. And some of it is probability. And the questions will say how many students or what is the probability. So make sure you're reading the questions, okay? Okay. All right.